Hi there! Welcome to Team Pineapples. My name is Melissa, and I wanted to come on here to welcome you to our amazing team with Color Street. So this video is going to be specifically to welcome any new stylists. So you're probably watching this because you're new. Otherwise, if you are a seasoned stylist, you're going to use this video to be able to welcome your new team member so that they can get all the information to start out with a running start with Color Street. So like I said, my name is Melissa. Hi, I'm one of your upline, and I reside here on the Big Island of Hawaii. And I have two kids. My daughter's name is Ryden, and she's 5, and my son's name is Lennox, and he is 3. And I started with Color Street in October of 2017. The company itself launched in June 2017, so I started about 4 months after they launched. And I started so that I could do something fun with my daughter, Ryden. She loves to get her nails painted by me, but it was always a struggle when I would paint her nails and she'd be like moving and I'd have to be like, don't move. So when I tried out the sample and it lasted, I thought that it would be a really great thing to do with her so that I wouldn't have to be always like being like, don't move, don't move. And so I started Color Street just for fun. And it quickly took off because as soon as you put a sample on somebody, they pretty much fall in love with it. And then other people want to be part of this amazing business venture. So I started to build a team and it just quickly took off. And I love now that I'm able to work with both men and women for them to build their empires. So I'm so glad that you're here, whether you're a kidnapper who's doing this for fun, or this is a hobby, or even if you're doing this for a career change. I am so excited for you and can't wait to work with you and get you started with Color Street. So first of all, this is Team Pineapples, and you're gonna have many other team pages available to you on social media. But we also have what's called a link tree. And our link tree is going to be whether you use social media or not. You're going to be able to use that link tree to find all the different videos and training materials that we've created for you. I've done a lot of the videos, whether it be how to create a new nail bar, how to redeem hostess rewards, how to book an online nail bar and go through an online nail bar. You're going to see a whole bunch of videos on there. Also on Facebook, you're going to have team pages, and team pages are going to be where you see team posts, whether they be incentives, whether they be how to do different things, different trainings that we offer. We have all that stuff available to you on Facebook. And then we have our corporate company, Color Street, of course, that they do a live call. At the time of recording this, they do them on Tuesdays, so I'm not sure if they're still doing it on Tuesdays when you're watching this video, but every Tuesday at 12 p.m. Eastern, they have a live call-in number, and they offer trainings as well. So this video is to give you a summarized version to be able to get you off on a good start and just kind of go over some of the basics, and then the link tree will give you all of the in-depth training on different things. And then of course you'll have everything available to you from your sponsor to your other teammates to corporate. Okay, so like I said, we have a link tree. That link tree is going to be available to you in our team pages, whether it be in the pin post of Team Pineapples or the pin post in Team Flourish. Both of us will have that available to you. And you'll be able to click on it and it will take you to the link tree, and it's going to list all these different links, and you'll be able to watch the videos or read the documentation that we have available to you. You'll also be getting it to you via email from your sponsor. But if you don't, that's okay. You can find it in the pinned post. But if you have somebody who joins your team who is not on social media, that's why we created that link tree. So you could send that to them and them not have to be on social media. You're going to also get added to the team pages by your sponsor, but we've listed some recommended groups inside of the link tree as well if you are on social media, like the graphics group or the official Color Street group page, stuff like that. You can use the team pages to search. There's a search option, and you can look for different things like how to do certain things, or you'll see incentives on there. You'll want to comment on the posts so that you interact with us. You also want to comment and tag your downline if you start building a team. All of that fun stuff. Okay. The next thing is, where do you start? So in the link tree, there's a I signed up, what do I do now document, which is really, really awesome because it gives you some key points of where you should start. You know, ordering supplies if you're going to send out samples in the mail, creating your group name. So if you haven't heard, my group name is called the Painted Pineapple Boutique. So that's actually my business name. So you may want to start thinking of a name. The one thing that Color Street has let us know in their policy and procedures is you're not going to use the name Color Street. So Melissa's Color Street Nails or Color Street by Melissa. You won't use the word Color Street. The only time you'll use the word Color Street in your business name if it's Melissa Akiona, Independent Color Street Stylist. That's when you can use the name, but otherwise you're going to want to totally branch out and think of something really creative that brands you as a business. So because I'm the Painted Pineapple Boutique, I use everything pineapples. Like my phone case has pineapples, all of my packaging has pineapples on it. Anything I can do that has pineapples, I use it because it brands me as a business. So that will be the first thing that you'll want to do is create your Facebook group so that you can start to invite your friends and they have somewhere to follow you with your journey, see where you sell, see demonstrations of how you put on the nails. You'll want to create that Facebook group. It's a private group so that you'll be able to do any type of specials that are not publicly advertised. That's the place to do it. Now you also can create a Facebook business page, which is different than a group. And the best way to describe it is a business page is your storefront. The group is inside your store. So the storefront is where they see kind of like some tidbits about Color Street here and there. Nothing to do with specials or promotions. It's just for them to get to know your business, you know, your hours, your shopping website, people review your business, stuff like that is your business page. And then your group page is where they come in the store, you play games in there, you do giveaways, all that fun stuff. So you'll want to create one or both. If you're only going to create one, I would definitely recommend the group. Okay, so get off to a good start by getting those set up. The next thing that you're going to do is you're going to announce your new venture with Color Street. So your friends want to know what you're doing. They want to get excited with you and they want to be a part of it. So what you can do is you can announce it to them. Now you may decide to do a launch party where you be like, hey, I have something amazing I want to show you guys. Come over to my house. We'll have a wine night, you know, just the ladies, and you can show them your kit when your kit arrives. You can do a launch party. Or you can do something online where you say, hey, I want to show you guys something amazing. Come to this group and I'm going to be announcing it, you know, something really exciting like that. Or you can announce it on your personal page and just be like, hey, I'm a new Color Street stylist. I'm going to send out free samples to everybody who wants one, and start getting all their information. So you want to announce that you have become a Color Street stylist so that they can support you with it. Your friends and family are going to be your first people who support you in it. The next thing you'll think about is doing a launch party. So a launch party could be, like I said, in-home, where you do a girls' wine night. It could be a mom's play date at the park, or it could be an online party where you bring all your friends, show them all the stuff, unbox your kit with them, put samples on them, send samples to them, show them how to apply it, do a demonstration. You could even make them take the Color Street Challenge, which is that they put on the sample and then they paint the rest of their nails, and then in 7 days, take a picture and show you the difference between Color Street and nail polish. And that's a Color Street challenge that people get really excited to see, putting it to the test with their everyday normal things that they do and seeing how Color Street holds up versus nail polish. So you want to get that launch party so that people will, you know, support you from the beginning and you can start booking nail bars. Okay, so Color Street is really, really into nail bars. I absolutely love nail bars. We do in-home nail bars or we do online nail bars. Whichever one you prefer or whichever one your customers prefer is more like what you'll do. So the next thing that you'll want to decide is how you're going to get samples to people so that people can get excited about it. I always suggest nail them. If you can nail them right off the bat, as soon as they see Color Street or you tell them about Color Street, be like, hey, I'm gonna put a sample on you, or I'm gonna nail you. People think it's so funny when you say it like that and you say, I'm gonna nail you or something. You know, make it fun so that they get excited about it with you. Put that Color Street sample on them right then and there. If they already have a manicure done, you can be like, oh, this sample would be a perfect accent nail, if they're okay with you putting it on their newly done nails. But if they're not, then you can have them take the sample home and say, here, put this sample on, you know, after your manicure, you know, needs to be taken off. Try it out and I will contact you in a week to see how it held up. I want you to put it to the test. So tell them to put it to the test, tell them that you're gonna follow up with them, and that way, when you do follow up with them, they'll be able to give you their results with it. And if they're right then and there with you, be like, hey, can I add you to my Facebook group so you can post your picture of your nail fee with your Color Street challenge where you paint the rest of your nails and you have the sample? Get them added to your group as soon as you can, and that way, you'll already have that connection with them, okay? And of course, the key is in follow-up, so make sure that you have their information if they're not on Facebook, okay? So, if you apply that sample and you tell them, you know, put it to the test and I will follow up with you, you know, if they're not buying immediately, which most of the time most people do, like I said, get their information so that you can follow up with them and say, you know, I'll follow up with you in a couple days, or I'll follow up with you in a week, and then make sure you do that follow-up, because they're gonna forget to contact you after they put it on. They're gonna forget to order. So you wanna be available to them as soon as possible, that if they've tried it out for 5 days, you wanna hear them be like, oh my God, this is amazing. You don't wanna wait 2 weeks and it starts to, you know, wear and they be like, oh, well, it's starting to wear, because that's normal. Most people will know that that's normal, but you wanna make sure you follow up them within the first couple of days with their excitement about the, you know, how easy it was to apply, okay? The next thing you want to think about is, how are you going to sell Color Street? To make money with Color Street, you're going to sell it. Yeah? So you're going to think about different ways that you can sell Color Street. You can sell online with social media. You can do live videos like how I'm doing one now. You can show them your inventory if you're going to have inventory on hand that you keep and you're going to sell it to them. Or you can do online nail bars where you have a hostess, and that hostess invites her friends to an event. If she invites 15 to 20 friends and you do a nail bar, then that's a way to sell, because they'll be ordering directly through your website, and also you'll gain a new audience, people that weren't already part of your Facebook group. You know, as soon as you do a launch party, ask your sister or your cousin or your best friend if she would do a nail bar party with you where she would invite her friends and she gets to earn free product. And that way you start that, you know, domino effect where one person hosts and then the next person hosts and the next person hosts. So online nail bars are really great, and you're going to see that we have a training video in the link tree for online nail bars, so that way you know how to do one and you have the template, and it's really fast and easy. It's about 60 minutes and you have everything you need in that training video. The next thing you could do is in-home nail bar parties. So I just discovered that this year and I have been loving them. I personally carry inventory because I like to do in-home nail bars and vendor events. You don't necessarily need to have inventory on hand, but if you guys have ever gone somewhere where you're at an event, you want to buy that product right then and there. You don't want to have to wait for it to get shipped to you. But there are people who are like, you know, you don't have that color? Okay, great. Let me order it online, because you can order right then and there and shipping's only $3. But if you have the product in hand, they can just buy it and take it and start using it immediately. So there's different ways to do in-home nail bars, and corporate has some great trainings on different ways to make them really successful. But my point of this is, how do you want to sell? Do you want to book in-home nail bars where you go to somebody's house, you play games, you do samples on every single person at the nail bar, and then they get excited and they buy? Whether they're buying from you on hand or whether they're putting orders through online with you, either way, you're at the party, you're doing samples on them, you're nailing them, and then of course, they're purchasing. Whether they're purchasing what you have on hand or whether they're purchasing what's online, either way, they're purchasing it. Another great thing is vendor events. So if you want to contact your Chamber of Commerce, or if you want to check out bulletin boards, you're going to want to start getting into vendor events. So whether they be at a school function or they're in your community, stuff like that, you know, night markets, All that stuff is great places to sell. Farmers markets, you're not going to be wanting to do yard sales or garage sales or anything like that, because those are people who want to get a discount. Those aren't the places you want to sell. You want to sell at places that are there to get something exciting. You know, I love going to farmers markets and seeing new vendors and new pop-up shops. That's a great way to do it. And if there's not one happening in your area, talk with your other girlfriends who also do their own businesses, whether they design their own clothing or they're with another direct sales company, and be like, hey, let's 3 or 4 of us get together and do a pop-up shop at so-and-so's house and invite all our friends. That's another great way to do a vendor event, is you can create one. And then of course there is, you know, just with friends and family. So every time I go to a friend's house or a family party or a party, I always make sure to keep my Color Street in the car. And that way, anytime somebody asks me about my nails, I always put a sample on them. And then if they're like, oh, can I buy some? I'll be like, yeah, let me go get that from my car. That's not always the case if you don't carry inventory, but you can be like, yeah, let me give you my website. We can order it right now. You know, it's so amazing that Color Street hosts our own website. They keep track of the inventory, and then shipping's only $3. You can sell anywhere. You don't have to have inventory on you. You can sell anywhere, okay? The next thing that I want to talk to you guys about is where you don't want to sell. So I already told you, in person, you don't want to sell at like yard sales or garage sales, because those aren't places that people want to spend money. They're trying to get a deal, okay? For online, if you're a social media person, you won't want to sell in any marketplaces or any buy-sell trade groups. Those are going to be against our policy and procedure of Color Street, because those aren't the kind of places that you create a relationship with. Color Street is very strong on creating relationships, and I can definitely see that that's how I can be successful, is that I create those relationships where people keep coming back to me. So you want to make sure that you're not posting anything in those kinds of groups, even if it's just to say, I'll send you a sample. Those places are off limits. You're not going to want to do anything. If the group focuses on selling, that's not a group you want to be in for selling Color Street. Okay, there is a document available in our Linktree called Best Practices for Facebook, and it will talk about the different groups that you can do. So this is just a summarized version for you. Don't sell in any of those places. And then lastly, you won't sell in brick and mortar. So we have a lot of people who own their own salons, and they love the product and they want to sell in their salons and they want to be stylists. But at this time, no brick and mortar sales. It's specifically direct sales. So if you're trying to get somebody to sign up because they have their own store and they think that would be an amazing place to sell, that's not going to be the case, and you're not going to sell in any brick and mortar. You can definitely have a pop-up shop in a brick and mortar store. Like if they say, oh, we're having an event on Friday from this time to this time, that's totally fine. But if you have a permanent display at a store, that would be off limits. So keep that in mind. Okay, lastly, or not lastly, sorry, next is Hostess Rewards. So we talk about hosting nail bars with friends and family and other people that just start rolling. But when you don't have somebody who's hosting a nail bar, you get to be your own host. So one of the very first videos in the Linktree is creating your own nail bar. And that way, any sales that go through, whether you're purchasing for yourself to have on hand or whether your friends and family are buying from you for your, first purchases, you want to have that nail bar established because you get to earn the Hostess Rewards. And there's a different percentage for all the different levels that you get to. So with $150 in party sales, you get 10%, which is $15 in credit. As soon as you hit $300, you get 15%, which is $45 in free product. And then so on and so forth. If you shoot for $1,000 party every month, then you'll be getting 25% in free product. That's $250 in credit, and then 9 half-off items. So Hostess Rewards are amazing because the company provides Hostess Rewards and it doesn't come out of your own inventory. And so that's why you get to be your own host when you're not having a party with somebody else. And so I make sure that every month I create myself a new nail bar and I get to redeem those for free product. Okay. You can have a nail bar open for 60 days at the time of me recording this video, but I would recommend to close it every 30 days. I'm so sorry, I have allergies and my nose is running. Close it out every 30 days. So start it at the beginning of the month and end it at the ending of the month. And that way you're around 30 days. When you do an online nail bar with a friend, it's usually only going to be a couple of days because you want to have that urgency for them to order before the nail bar closes. Okay. Jumpstart rewards. That's the next thing that is amazing with this company. So when you start, you have your first 35, 65, and 95 days. And they're going to reward you for different goals. So if in your first 35 days you sell $1,000 through your online website, they will give you $50 in free product credit to be able to purchase business materials, whether it be cuticle sticks or catalogs or free sets. So that's great, you get that product credit. They give you all these different ways. You can earn up to $1,000 in your first 95 days with Jumpstart Rewards. But the even better part of Jumpstart Rewards is every new stylist that you sign up directly, if they receive Jumpstart Rewards, the company will automatically 100% match it to their sponsor. So you also get those Jumpstart Rewards just for the person you signing up reaching that, because you helped them, you guided them, you assisted them with making the most of their first 95 days, that the company wants to reward you for that, and they will also give you that product credit. So that's really, really amazing. And Jumpstart is definitely something that you want to go for with your team or with your downline so that they can earn all this free product credit that the company wants to give them. So I hope this welcome video helped you guys to kind of get an idea of what Color Street is, what you have available to you, and who I am and how I can help you. There will be different videos on compensation plans, on different training plans, all that good stuff. But I hope that this gave you a good place to start. And please feel free to reach out to myself or any of your upline so that we can help you to make the most out of your business. Take care.